Welcome to this week's episode of MSU Inside Out. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie Council.
And I'm your other host, Juan Vidal. We have an action-packed show for you today. We have some packages. We go on another adventure with Inside Outdoors. We have Ward on the Street. He's going to get on the horn with some students. And March Madness has started. Jesse Rosfeld has some predictions.
Yeah, and then we also have hockey, and then also I'm excited to hear about spearfishing. But we also have a lot of great guests as usual. Sports packed. I'll be talking with Kurt Capdeville, MSU track pole vaulter that made it to nationals. And you're also going to be talking to our own Chris Price about being a manager. And then also we're going to hear from Carly Bogue, which is Women's Basketball Player of the Year for NSIC.
Speaking of Carly Bogue, Jesse Rosfeld has her live in the Dome.
The Dome. Let's go. Take it away, Jesse.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm over here in the MSU Dome with NSIC Player of the Year, Carly Bogue. First of all, Carly, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Carly, so like I said, NSIC Player of the Year, along with plenty of other broken records and awards that you won this year. How do you think the year went for you personally, and also how it went for the team?
Well, for the team, I thought we did a lot better than last year. I mean, it was our first year in the conference, so it was tough. But after this year, we had Christina and Katie come back from both redshirting, so that definitely helped us. And then I guess personally, I had goals from last season to, reach, and being my senior year, I wanted to go out and just make sure I left it all on the floor.
All right, so you mentioned Katie and Christina, and it was nice to have them back after the redshirt year. How do you think they're looking forward to next year after such a big year that you guys had this year?
Yeah, it'll be good, especially because we did a lot better this year, so people will actually think that Minot's a challenge. And, I mean, Chris and Katie are both good players, so I think they'll do it really good next year as well.
All right, so Carly, now that your career is over at Minot State, and it was a wonderful year, might I add, do you have any plans for the future as far as basketball goes?
I obviously want to go back either to home and play in the WNBL or go to Europe and play, or if I get offered to play in the WNBA, then by all means, I'd take that chance.
So you have no plans as of right now to head back to Australia, because I know that's where you're from.
I mean, I still have another year of schooling, so if it doesn't work out, then I'll just come back to school and finish that. But, I mean, I always do have people back home who I could, contact and play if I would like to. So, I mean, basketball will still be my future, so.
All right, so since you'll, like you said, you had another year, and Christina's playing another year, and she's your sister, do you look forward to working with her and seeing her play then next year?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because she played more of a 2-3 than I did. I played 4-5, so, I mean, our games are a little different, but in that aspect we can help each other improve on different areas of our game. So I'm looking forward to watching her and Katie play next year. All
right, Carly, that's all I have for today. Guys, we're going to send it back over to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Jesse. Let's look at Carly Bogue, and then another MSU athlete is joining me here now. We have Kurt Capdeville, junior pole vaulter for MSU track. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on making it into nationals, which take place next week. And so I know that last year you just missed it, tying for that 16th spot and being on the wrong end of that tie. And then this year you got tied for 14th, but we're on the better side of it. What did you feel kind of after you made it to nationals? Because you didn't know initially.
I guess I was pretty disappointed, like you were talking about last year, not getting in. And then I guess I've worked hard and didn't let that get me down. So I guess I was pretty excited when I made it in.
And when did you find out that you actually made it in?
Sunday night, we kind of had an idea because all the conferences were turning their results in, and I was still sitting in the top. I think earlier I was like 10th or 11th, but I still got bumped down. And then Monday it was more official, I guess.
More official. Well, yeah, and then it's even such a feat not only making it into nationals, but also that was your first meet vaulting in three weeks because of a hamstring injury. So how is the hamstring doing, and how is that going to kind of play into the game leading into nationals here?
I've been going to the trainers twice a day, every day, so it's coming around pretty well, and we're getting it treated the right way. Like you said, for missing those 3 weeks, pole vault, it's kind of a mental game. So I guess I just kept positive and it paid off.
It definitely did pay off. Yeah, you vaulted 16.1, just an inch and a half short of your PR. So that is definitely awesome, and it will kind of hopefully give you a little bit more confidence going into nationals, which are all the way in North Carolina. So that's kind of exciting. And I know that you do both indoor and outdoor. So what's kind of the difference between indoor and outdoor, and how does that play into different ways you vault? Because I know wind or other such things might take a toll.
Like you say, the variables is in weather and stuff, especially up here. Different poles react to different weather, I guess. They don't bend as much when it's cold out. So it's kind of a mix and match pole guessing game, but when it's a hot day and you got a little tailwind, you can get on some big poles and pay off and jump a little higher.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because I used to pole vault and then knowing, the different weights, and sometimes you have to get a longer pole with less weight. And so that's, how did you, with that being said, just the complexity of pole vaulting to know, the size of the pole, or even just, throwing yourself up in the air, what got you into pole vaulting?
I guess kind of when I was younger and started doing track, you could either run or you could go pole vault. And watching the older kids pole vault, it looked a lot more fun than running. So I guess it's kind of a no-brainer for me to choose that.
So part laziness.
Yeah, a lot of laziness here.
Well, that's the way to go. And I mean, if you're jumping 16, feet in the air, that's definitely the accomplishment.
Yeah, there's a lot of adrenaline rushes when you vault. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, what has been your highlight of your track career thus far?
I guess I had a lot of fun last weekend at conference. Our team really stepped it up compared to last year, and we had a lot of people very successful, and our team spirit was just really high, and I had a blast with my teammates.
Well, that's always nice that you're having fun doing it. And then I know that, in high school you were on the National Honor Society. You did track, but as well as football and basketball. What made you choose to stick to track going into college?
I guess I really liked basketball and football also, but track I just excelled a little bit more at it, I guess, and that's what I was more passionate about, and it's fun, I guess. So I just wanted to continue doing that.
Well, it's definitely paid off for you, and that's all the time we have today. And good luck taking off next Tuesday for Nationals in North Carolina.
Thank you.
I know we all support you here. So again, that's Kirk, junior pole vaulter for the MSU track team, and goes to Nationals for NCAA Division II in North Carolina, which they vault on next Friday, March 14th. And so now we're going to, The Price is going to be right, and we're going to go to Chris Price with a little bit of campus news.
We have a lot of stuff coming up, I guess, exciting for track and all that, and for seniors, actually, as myself. We have some stuff coming up next week, which I will get to right now. So thanks, Jamie. Every year, seniors in the Communication Arts departments have to prepare a senior project. Next week is the first of the semester. There'll be two presenters next week, Rachel Romine and myself. My project, titled Go Price, will be shown to students and faculty of the department. The project showcases certain events, all recorded on the GoPro Hero 3. These videos are edited down and set to music to make exciting and visually appealing videos for the audience. Some of the events recorded include Frisbee Golf, a summer vacation in Cancun, and the Run or Die event from September. The senior recital will take place in Allshire Theater March 12th at 3 p.m. And also next week, Dress for Success takes place in the Beaver Dam. The Student Success Center puts on a fashion show where 10 students display what is and what isn't acceptable to wear to an interview. Dress for Success is held every year and covers both men and women's attire for job interviews. And this week, Ward and Chris bring another segment of Word on the Street. They explore elevators across campus to find out whether they are truly reliable.
Hi, welcome to Ward on the Street. I'm Ward, and this week we're telling you what's up and or what's going down. I hear rumor that this elevator was actually not operating just a few days ago.
Yeah, when you walk into the sensor, like when the door opens, and you stand in it for long periods of time, it starts doing this high-pitched siren wailing noise. And it's because the sensor is off. So if you stand there long enough, the sensor will be off, and then the elevator will go up on floors, and then it doesn't know where it is.
So as a disgruntled student as yourself, how difficult was it having to walk up all the flights of stairs then because this elevator was not working?
Well, being a lazy person, it was terrible. The other elevator that freaks me out is the one in Swain.
Oh yeah, that one can be pretty scary too.
When you get into it, when when you're going up on floors or down, it like sinks and then it goes. So it feels like you're gonna drop about 4 feet.
We're gonna put Chelsea here's theory to the test and find out just how well this elevator operates. All right, I'll go ahead here and check out the elevator ride up. Here we go. And we're reaching the top here, little slight adjustment. Oh, little jolt, I guess, right as it settles here. So far we're going pretty good here. We'll head back down to the first floor. Whoa, okay, a little bit stronger than I expected. For KMSU Channel 19, I'm Ward from the street, telling you what's up and or what's going down. A little bit more down in this case. You want to help me up?
You can find full segments on YouTube or Facebook by searching for Ward on the Street. So that is what we have for news coming up. And then next week, we have a lot of stuff coming up for just everyone. A couple presenters.
Someone last year got stuck on the elevator right here in Hartnett Hall. So that elevator piece is, it's very relevant. Anyway, we are approaching the midway point of our show here. So what do we got coming up next?
Oh, we have tons coming up next. I know that we'll be spearing some fish and beaver and elevators, oh my, with Mariah in entertainment news. And then we'll be joining with March Madness, and then also hear from hockey with sports with Leon. And then also spring is coming up in a couple weeks, but is the weather going to follow? We'll be hearing that with Chris on weather after the break.
I dreamed I was missing.
To our underwriters.
Walmart. At Walmart, you can save money so you can live better.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Western Pacific Crane and Equipment, the authorized dealer for Manitowoc, Grove, and National Crane.
The Center for Extended Learning. Our mission is to provide flexible, accessible, and quality lifelong learning opportunities.
All-American Trophies. Established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
The Pita Pit. Sandwiches, soup, and salad. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Art Main. Women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Midwest Oil Jobs. Brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years of experience in managing properties and helping tenants find the right home.
MSU Athletic Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Digital Office Center. Offices located in Minot and Bismarck. Provides the complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and services.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's stories.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibitions and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
NDAD, help for people with disabilities and health challenges. Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devils Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, a full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
RL, specializes in creating custom-made vintage mod children's and baby clothes.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good time to be together.
KCJB AM, 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIVZ FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZPR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix, Mix 99.9.
SOS Image, improving the health and self-esteem of every client.
Grizzlies, the place for wood-fried food, friends, and family.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. I'm, of course, Juan Vidal.
And I'm Jamie Council. We still have a lot of great stuff on the show now, and I think we're going to take it away with a little bit of spearfishing, really interesting, and I think Mariah is going to tell us some more about that.
I do have a lot to say about the Inside Outdoors that we get every week from Chris and Juan. I'll start right now.
Thanks.
On this week of MSU Inside Outdoors, Juan and Chris get in touch with their inner caveman.
We headed north for today's adventure to use a more primitive way to harvest fish.
Hello, everybody. We find ourselves today on the Mouse River again, but this time just below the Darling Dam. It's an absolutely beautiful day outside. We got a little snow going. We're going to try some spearfishing today.
After we drill our hole and clear it of any debris, we sprinkle in eggshells to distinguish the fish from the bottom and drop in the decoy.
While we're inside spearfishing, we're going to go ahead and set what's called a tip-up. The concept is we have our little minnow down here. The fish will come along, tug it, and the flag will pop up, and we'll have a fish.
The only game fish you can spear is northern pike, our target for today, but this leaves non-game fish like carp and ling to be harvested. Not after long, a pike came to check us out.
This way. Yeah. Hey.
He's gonna be a good dinner.
That concludes another adventure. Only got one today, but it's a good one and actually the first fish I've ever speared. Join us next week on MSU Inside Outdoors.
Thanks again to Chris and Juan for providing us with weekly segments of what to do in our cold winters. Next week, they will combine two unique outdoor activities, snowshoeing and frisbee golfing. Justin Bieber is focusing on making new music while lawyers are preparing to defend him in court. The teen pop star has several court dates on his calendar next month. Bieber is being charged with drunk driving, vandalism, and assault crimes he committed in 2013. He has not changed his behavior in the new year. The Federal Aviation Administration is looking into allegations that Bieber and other passengers interfered with the flight crew on the way to the Super Bowl. According to law enforcement, Bieber and his father were extremely abusive verbally to the flight attendant and crew. They were asked repeatedly to stop smoking marijuana on the flight. The FAA has not said when its investigation will conclude. The Northwest News Broadcast Association will host the Midwest Journalism Conference March 28th and 29th. Journalists from across the upper Midwest will gather for 2 days of training sessions, award ceremonies, and networking in Bloomington, Minnesota. The conference offers a variety of speakers and workshops that students can attend throughout the weekend. This year, Minot State University hopes to win and showcase their many talents at the Midwest Journalism Conference. Juan, Chris, it's lovely to see you. I know we had a great time at the conference next year.
We sure did.
Are you gonna go this year?
I'm going this year.
Unfortunately, I cannot. I've got a lot of husbandly and fatherly duties to attend to, but I'm sure it'll be a great time like always.
Well, we'll miss you, but priorities.
Thank you very much, Mariah. Well, everybody, we're joined here with Chris Price. Chris, thanks for joining us. I know you're already supposed to be here, but thanks for being here to interview.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, it should be pretty exciting this year.
Yeah, Chris here is the multimedia manager at the MSU or at the KMSU department. You know, that's kind of a changing field. You know, there's always all sorts of new technologies and stuff coming out. What are some of your duties?
Right away, like when I first, last year's multimedia manager was Kyle Patterson. He showed me how to edit the websites and how to upload videos that we get, that we do as a department. So the show that we're doing now, I just take it, once we capture it, we put it up on YouTube, and then I can set it right to our website so everyone can see it that way.
What are I know there's been a couple ways, you know, besides that YouTube feature. What are some other ways to view the show?
Well, Channel 19 does the live streaming through the internet on the website. You can find it. You can click the button. It should open up on anyone's computer, and you can view our show live, like right now. It'll be like a 10-second delay, but it's not so bad.
Hey, 10 seconds, not so bad. You get to watch all this exciting show every week. The department is expecting some NBA awards, as Mariah was talking about earlier. Can you explain a little bit what's going on there?
Yeah. So this year, a lot of us put together different sorts of packages or series that we've aired on the show, and even like play-by-play stuff. So those are some of the things that we won awards in. Jesse and Dre sent in a series for fantasy football, and they won an award for that. Jamie sent in some stuff for Beaver Wire for hockey, and she won an award for that. And last year, Kyle Patterson and you actually did some play-by-play.
Yep.
Won an award for that, and Kyle sent that in from where he's at in Harvey right now.
Yep.
So we won awards in those 3 categories.
It is really cool receiving awards at the MBNA. Get to get up in front of all your peers from the 3 or 4 states and surrounding area and receive your awards. Not only do they have awards at MBNA, what else do they offer at this conference?
So every year they have some professionals come in from the states of like Minnesota, people who do broadcasting for a living, and they just put together like seminars for anyone to go to. You can pick their sports and what to wear and like writing and a bunch of different things. Mm-hmm. So you can just pick whichever segments you want to go to.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Chris. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for stepping over from your news desk to the host desk and sharing with us some of your knowledge and your wisdom. Right. And up next we have sports with Leon. Leon, what's going on in the world of sports?
Hey, there's a lot going on. I know you guys are going to have a great time at that conference also. So. The Lady Beavers basketball NSIC tournament run came to an early end when the Beavers fell to Concordia St. Paul 52-73. The loss most likely ends the Beavers season and Carly Bogue's stellar 4-year career. Bogue finishes her career as the single-season record holder in both points and rebounds in the NSIC. The calendar is turned to March, which means it's time for a little madness. Jesse Rosfett gives us a look at this week's conference tournaments.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the most wonderful time of the year for college hoops lovers. Madness is filling the air and Selection Sunday is just a little over a week away. All of the bubble teams are scrambling to punch their ticket to the dance. The best way for them to do that is by winning their conference tournament, giving them an automatic bid into the field of 68. Now, conference tournaments have already begun, and the one I'm most looking forward to this weekend is the Atlantic Sun. The top 2 teams in the conference, Florida Gulf Coast and Mercer, could really cause some damage in the NCAA tournament. But only one of them can get that automatic bid. Now, we all remember what Florida Gulf Coast did in last year's NCAA tournament. Dunk City became the first 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16. Now, Brett Comer and Chase Feeler look like they're primed to make another run at a glass slipper. Their biggest challenge will be Mercer. But Mercer has a tough semifinal matchup in USC Upstate, an opponent they struggled against in the regular season. Now, I'd really like to see the top 2 teams match up in the conference final. Florida Gulf Coast has home court advantage for the conference tourney, and that should be enough to lift them to another berth in the big dance.
To see Jesse's full look at this week's conference tournaments, visit youtube.com/Jesse Rosfett. The men's Beaver hockey team finished up their regular season last Saturday. Jamie Council caught up with the team to see how the seniors celebrated their final home games with a sweep over NDSU.
The Minot State University men's hockey team celebrated senior night on Saturday. Jared McIntosh, Will Kinsman, Josh Rutherford, Kyle Stevens, Cam Magoo, and Wyatt Wasilenchuk were able to get a final win in front of the home crowd at the Mesa Arena to complete the sweep of NDSU. The Beavers defeated the Bison 11-2 Friday and 7-2 Saturday. This is their 5th consecutive win going into the national tournament. Goaltender Wyatt Wasilenchuk had 68 saves over the weekend. MSU travels to Delaware in the number 9 seed to defend their ACHA national title. They play the number 8 University of Delaware on home ice. Reporting for MSU Inside Out, I'm Jamie Council.
The Beavers' title defense begins Saturday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. Buffalo Wild Wings, Spicy Pie, and the Beaver Dam will all be showing the game. On the subject of sports, I think I might want to get in on a little bit of this Frisbee golf going on this week out in the snow, so make sure you give me a call for that one.
Sounds good. I'll have to get an extra pair of snowshoes.
I look forward to it.
Well, pretty soon you won't even need snowshoes.
Very true.
Hoping.
We're hoping. The weather is slightly lightening up on us, and it's just not negative 20 degrees anymore, so that's great.
I know who can tell us more about that.
Well, who?
Chris, our very own weatherman.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Is spring on the way?
Yeah, it looks like spring might be on the way. So why don't we go over to the Weather Center and check that out?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Well, as you can see right now, it's 20 degrees. It's still pretty cloudy out there, but it feels like 20, so that's pretty good. Sunrise is still around 7:15, and sunset is around 6:30, so that's pretty nice. Now, tomorrow we have let's see if we can get this going. Friday? Okay, we'll jump to Friday then. Okay, 14 degrees. We're going to be in those mid-teens, which is really nice right now. We know that we're in North Dakota, and it's starting to seem like North Dakota is going to be a little nicer to us. So again, those mid to higher teens and even lower 20s, depending where you are in the state. That night, we're going to start seeing a little bit of a lower end, but don't worry too much. We'll be in those mid 5-7 degrees. All right, and then next on Saturday, though, this is the best day. 46 degrees, 48. I mean, look at these temperatures. They're wonderful. And even if you're not in those 40s, you're seeing 25, but you're seeing a lot of sun. So great day. Sunday, though, we'll also see, it'll be partly cloudy, but we're staying in the 39s, 49, and we're even seeing 57 in Williston and Dickinson. So continuing on, we throughout the week, on Sunday Monday we have 41, and then we're going to be sticking around those 30s. So again, North Dakota is starting to see a nicer turn.
Practically shorts weather.
Practically.
Yeah, that's good news just in time for spring break. It might actually be spring for spring break. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. And the first day of spring is during spring break on the 20th, I believe.
I don't know if that falls. That's pretty awesome. But thank everybody for joining us on another episode of MSU Inside Out.
See y'all next week.